Spiritual awakening is probably not at all what you think it is. It's not about gaining anything, any new knowledge. It's not necessarily about humbling yourself or enough devotion. It's not about earning your way to a certain level. It has nothing to do with that at all. In fact, you can't be anything more than what you already are because you already are what you seek. It's your ego that keeps you from being able to see that. So let me explain what I mean by that. You are the creator of your whole world, the literal creator. Therefore, to think that you are anything less than that, it's the job of the mind and the ego. That's what keeps you thinking that you're separate from that you need to earn your way back to that realization. It's almost like the ego keeps the mirror away from you to see that your own reflection is all that what you seek. It's right there, you guys. It's right there in front of you. There is nothing that you can do to be any more of what you already are. That would be like having this rock say, if I just meditate enough, I can be a rock. It already is a rock. It already is. And so are you. You are already that which you seek. But you see, it's our ego that holds us from that truth because it doesn't want to die. So the ego does serve a purpose, and that's actually for a whole other video. But for the sake of this video, I just want to explain why sometimes ego death feels scary, even for those who want their ego to quote unquote die, dissolve, or be lessened. Or the way I like to put it, it should be your servant and not your master. See, your ego is just a tool. You still need the ego to experience a life and a sense of humanness. You can't have this experience without it. It's just a tool. But see, what happens is the ego is given too much power very early on, and it is fed over the years of our life until it becomes our master instead of our servant. And so what we really need to do is just flip the table on it and say, we recognize your worth and your value, but you are not me. Therefore, you don't control me anymore. You cannot project into the future and make me feel fear. So that way I make decisions based on fear. You can't make me just dwell on the past in order to dictate how I act in the present. So it's the ego that doesn't want to quite die. And that is why sometimes fear can be felt when thinking about nothingness or the void, letting go. And if you feel that sense of fear, that like you're kind of excited to try it and go to that space, but it feels a little scary, it means you're getting really close, because that's the ego reacting. The ego reacting to you stepping closer to the mirror to see your true reflection, that you are what you're seeking. It's already in you. There's nothing that you can do to earn it. It's already you. And there's nothing that you can do to lose it. Like, is there anything that this rock could do to be more of a rock than what it already is? No. Could this rock do anything to be any less of a rock than what it already is? No. You're not different. You are what you seek. And to really let that ego die, it's a beautiful thing. You will still have a sense of self. It's not like by dissolving the ego, you turn into a rock. You'll still be you. You can still continue being a partner, a friend, a parent. You can run a business. You can be an employee. You can still be a part of your community. The difference is you will now be the master over your life instead of the slave. You will enjoy the freedom that was yours all along. And your ego will just be put back in its rightful place, which is as a tool to navigate this world, to navigate these experiences that we call life. The ego is not meant to conquer fear. to conjure up fear. The ego is not meant to keep you dwelling in the past or to convince you that you are separate from all that you seek. So when that fear comes up, face it head on and know that the more fear you feel about letting go, the closer you are. So step into that fear boldly, knowing that the ego will fade, but you will be all that remain. If you liked this teaching and want more of them, consider liking this video and subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one.